Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 10 child prodigies.
Right.
These incredible individuals who show extraordinary talent at a really young age.
Yeah.
We're going to be looking at their stories,
Right.
what they might tell us about potential, and what it even means to be a prodigy.
Okay.
We've got articles, biographies, research papers, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and it's fascinating because we have examples from all different fields and times.
Right.
So it's not just about who's the smartest.
Right.
We're looking at what these different paths tell us about human capabilities.
Right, because ranking smartest is kind of impossible anyway, right?
Yeah,
There's so many ways to be brilliant.
Yeah.
So let's dive right in.
Okay.
Our first prodigy is Kim Eun-young from South Korea.
Okay.
This guy was speaking at 6 months old, and by 3, he was doing college-level math.
Wow.
I mean, at 3, I was still trying to figure out which shoe went on which foot.
It's amazing how some abilities just blossom so early to grasp advanced math at that age. Suggests a brain wired differently.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is despite working at NASA for a while,
Oh, wow.
Kim Eun-young chose to become a civil servant.
That is interesting. You'd think he'd be aiming for, I don't know, astrophysics or something.
Right.
What do you think that tells us about prodigy life?
Well, it raises the question of whether external expectations match up with personal fulfillment.
Okay.
Being labeled a prodigy can create a lot of pressure.
Right.
Maybe for Kim, a more ordinary life felt more authentic.
So maybe it's not always about reaching the highest peak, but finding the path that feels right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to another incredible young mind.
Right?
Tanish Abraham from the USA.
Okay.
He started college at 7 and by 14 had degrees in math, physics, and engineering.
Wow.
He's working towards his doctorate now.
Oh, my gosh.
Imagine being a PhD candidate before you can even drive.
It's remarkable, especially in fields as demanding as STEM. His early academic achievements suggest he could make significant contributions to research and innovation in the years to come.
Absolutely. It kind of makes you wonder, what will the world look like when these young geniuses are leading the way?
Yeah.
Now, get ready for this one. Our next prodigy is Akrit Jaswal from India.
Okay.
Hold on to your hats, because this kid performed his first surgery at 7 years old.
What?
7.
Oh, my goodness.
Akrit's story is both astounding and heartwarming.
Yeah.
It shows the power of passion combined with natural talent.
Wow.
He isn't just a skilled surgeon, he's also actively involved in medical research,
Oh, wow.
particularly in the fight against cancer.
That's amazing.
Wow, a prodigy with a purpose. It's incredible to see someone so young dedicated to such important work.
Right.
It's definitely more than just being smart, right? It's a commitment to using your abilities for good.
Exactly. Akrit's story emphasizes that prodigies can have a real impact on the world.
Right.
When you combine extraordinary ability with a desire to solve real-world problems,
Yeah.
it's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Okay, for our next prodigy, we're heading over to the UK.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Esther O'Cade, who's got a serious gift for mathematics.
All right.
At 10 years old, she enrolled at the Open University, tackling university-level math.
Wow.
10 years old, I was still trying to trade my peanut butter sandwich for a pudding cup at that age.
Esther's story is fascinating because it highlights the importance of educational opportunity.
Right.
Her parents recognized her potential and provided an environment where her talent could truly flourish.
Right.
Makes you think about how many gifted kids might be out there without the resources to develop their abilities.
It's almost like talent is a seed, but it needs the right soil and sunshine to grow.
Exactly.
And speaking of breaking molds, our next prodigy really challenges the idea that you have to pick one thing and stick with it.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about Olia Saber from the USA.
All right.
Olia is a great example of what we call a polymath,
Uh-huh.
someone who excels in multiple disciplines.
Okay.
Not only was she accepted into Juilliard,
Wow.
the prestigious music school,
Yeah.
at 10 years old,
Oh, my gosh.
but she also became the world's youngest professor at 19, teaching at a university in South Korea.
Wow, that's amazing.
So she's a musical prodigy and a brainy one.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if maybe we limit ourselves by trying to specialize too early.
Right.
Maybe exploring different fields actually helps you grow in all of them.
It's certainly an interesting thought.
Yeah,
Perhaps a multidisciplinary approach could unlock even greater potential.
right.
It also challenges our traditional notions of what it means to be successful.
Right, because who says you can't be a concert pianist, a idea professor?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, speaking of defying expectations, our next prodigy is another example of someone who's not afraid to branch out.
Okay.
Let's talk about Michael Kearney from the USA. Michael earned his bachelor's degree at 10 and his PhD at 14.
Wow.
But get this, he didn't stop there.
Really?
He's got degrees in fields like anthropology, computer science, and even geology. It makes you wonder if a broader approach to learning unlocks more potential than hyper-focusing on one thing.
That's a fascinating question. Michael's case seems to suggest that diverse interests can actually complement each other,
Yeah.
leading to a more well-rounded understanding of the world.
It's like the more you know, the more connections you can make between different ideas.
Right.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. Let's talk about a prodigy who achieved an unbelievable score on a test that a lot of people see as the gold standard for measuring intelligence.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to Arnav Sharma from the UK.
Right.
Arnav's story takes us into the intriguing world of Mensa,
Uh-huh.
an organization specifically for people with very high IQ scores.
Okay.
At 11, he scored higher than what the test even thought was possible,
Wow.
placing him among the most intellectually gifted.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. But it makes you think, can a single test really capture all the different ways someone can be intelligent? Like, what about creativity or emotional intelligence or just plain street smarts?
You're right. Intelligence is much more multifaceted than what a single test can measure.
Right.
While IQ tests can provide insights into certain cognitive abilities, they don't tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Arnav's score is undoubtedly remarkable, but it's only one facet of his overall intelligence.
So maybe we shouldn't get too hung up on labels or numbers.
Right.
Okay, speaking of amazing mental abilities, our next prodigy is Priyanshi Somani from India, and she's a true whiz when it comes to mental calculation.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I can barely add double-digit numbers without a calculator.
Priyanshi's abilities are a testament to the remarkable computational power of the human brain.
Right.
She's a world champion in mental calculation, holding multiple records for complex calculations performed entirely in her head.
Okay, give me an example. What kind of stuff can she do?
Imagine calculating the square root of a 10-digit number in a matter of seconds,
Wow.
or multiplying large numbers with lightning speed and perfect accuracy, all without using a calculator.
Oh my gosh.
Priyanshi can do all of that and more.
It's mind-blowing, isn't it? Makes you realize the potential we all have locked away up there.
Yeah.
Now, our next prodigy is someone who channeled his intellectual gifts into something really special.
Okay.
Let's talk about Gregory Smith from the USA.
Right.
Gregory's story is incredibly inspiring. He was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 4 times,
Wow.
starting at age 12,
Oh, my goodness.
for his work advocating for peace and children's rights.
That's incredible.
He's a shining example of how even very young people can make a real difference in the world.
It's amazing how some people just have that drive to make a positive impact.
Right.
It seems like a common thread among these prodigies.
Yeah.
They're not just brilliant. They're using their abilities to make the world a better place.
It's amazing.
It's a really important point.
Yeah.
Their intelligence isn't just for personal achievement.
Right.
It's a tool for positive change.
Yeah.
And speaking of making a difference, our final prodigy is someone whose courage and resilience has inspired people all over the world. Let's talk about Malala Yousafzai from Pakistan.
Malala's story is one of incredible bravery in the face of danger.
Yeah.
At a young age, she became an outspoken advocate for girls' education,
Wow.
even when faced with threats from the Taliban.
It's hard to imagine.
Imagine risking your life for the right to learn.
I know.
Malala's unwavering dedication led to her being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize at the age of 17, making her the youngest Nobel laureate ever.
It's such a powerful reminder that one person can truly make a difference.
Right. Okay, so we've met 10 incredible individuals,
Yeah.
each with their own unique story and remarkable achievements. But what do you think it all means?
Well, I think their stories challenge us to think differently about intelligence, talent, and potential.
Yeah.
It's not about finding the smartest person. It's about recognizing the diversity of human capabilities and celebrating the different ways we can excel.
Right. It's like we said at the beginning, smart isn't a one-size-fits-all label.
Right.
But I'm curious about something. Is there a downside to all this early success? Do all these child prodigies grow up to be happy and fulfilled adults?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
There's no easy answer, as the lives of prodigies are as varied as anyone else's.
Okay.
While some go on to achieve remarkable things, others might struggle with the pressure of expectations or face difficulties finding their place in the world.
So it's not always a smooth ride, even for the most gifted individuals. They
Right.
still face challenges and have to figure things out just like everyone else.
Yeah,
It makes you realize that behind the extraordinary achievements, there are real people with their own hopes, fears, and vulnerabilities.
exactly. It's important to remember that prodigies are not just exceptional minds,
Right.
but individuals navigating life's complexities just like all of us.
This deep dive has been truly inspiring.
It has.
We've met these incredible young minds, explored what makes them tick, and even considered the challenges they face.
It's been a fascinating journey into human potential. But before we wrap up, I want to pose a question to you, the listener. We've focused on these extraordinary individuals, but what about the potential that lies within each of us? Maybe we all have hidden talents or abilities we haven't discovered yet.
I love that idea. Maybe we all have a little bit of prodigy inside us just waiting to be unleashed.
Precisely. And maybe studying these remarkable people can inspire us to nurture our own talents, pursue our passions, and make a positive impact on the world.
So you're saying we don't need to be a Kim Ung-yong or a Malala to make a difference.
Exactly.
We can all find our own unique ways to shine.
The world needs all kinds of talents and contributions. It doesn't matter if you're a brilliant scientist or a gifted artist, or maybe you're just really good at making people laugh.
Yeah.
Your unique abilities have value.
This whole deep dive has really opened my eyes to the incredible diversity of human potential. It's not just about IQ scores or awards. It's about that spark of brilliance that resides within each of us.
Exactly. And nurturing that spark is essential not just for us as individuals, but for society as a whole.
And I'm already feeling inspired. So let's say someone's listening and thinking, okay, I want to dive deeper into this whole prodigy thing. Where do I start? What resources would you recommend?
There are tons of fascinating books and articles out there about specific prodigies.
Okay.
They delve into their lives, their achievements, the challenges they faced. It's a great way to get a more personal perspective.
Right.
You can also find a lot of research on intelligence, giftedness, and talent development if you want to explore the science behind it.
And I bet there are organizations out there that support gifted kids, right?
Right.
Like providing resources and connecting them with mentors.
Exactly. There are organizations all over the world that work to nurture young talent and advocate for the unique needs of gifted children.
Yeah.
A simple internet search will open a whole world of information on this topic.
And you know what else? You don't always have to look far to find amazing talent.
Yeah.
Take a look around your community, your family, even your workplace.
Right.
You might be surprised by the hidden talents you discover in the people you interact with every day.
That's such a great point. We often overlook the extraordinary in the ordinary.
Yeah.
Paying attention to the unique strengths and abilities of those around us can be a source of inspiration and learning.
Right.
You never know. You might just discover the next great artist or inventor hiding in plain sight.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. We've traveled the world through these stories, met some incredible young minds, and explored the complexities of talent achievement and human potential.
It's been a truly enriching conversation, and I hope you, the listener, have come away with a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation for the remarkable capabilities of the human mind.
Right.
And who knows, maybe even a little spark of inspiration to discover and nurture the potential within yourself.
I know I have. And I hope you'll continue to explore this topic, seeking out those hidden gems of brilliance that make our world so fascinating. Until next time, keep those minds curious and those hearts open to the wonders that surround us.
Exactly. And nurturing that spark is essential, not just for us as individuals, but for society as a whole.
Right. And I'm already feeling inspired. So let's say someone's listening and thinking, okay, I want to dive deeper into this whole prodigy thing. Where do I start? What resources would you recommend?
Well, there are tons of fascinating books and articles out there about specific prodigies.
You okay?
They delve into their lives, their achievements, the challenges they faced. It's a great way to get a more personal perspective.
Right.
You can also find a lot of research on intelligence, giftedness, and talent development if you want to explore the science behind it.
And I bet there are organizations out there that support gifted kids, right? Like providing resources and connecting them with mentors.
Exactly. There are organizations all over the world that work to nurture young talent and advocate for the unique needs of gifted children. A simple internet search will open a whole world of information on this topic.
And you know what else? You don't always have to look far to find amazing talent.
Yeah.
Take a look around your community, your family, even your workplace. You might be surprised by the hidden talents you discover in the people you interact with every day.
That's such a great point. We often overlook the extraordinary in the ordinary. Paying attention to the unique strengths and abilities of those around us can be a source of inspiration and learning. You never know. You might just discover the next great artist or inventor hiding in plain sight.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. We've traveled the world through these stories, met some incredible young minds, and explored the complexities of talent achievement and human potential.
Yeah, it's been a truly enriching conversation, and I hope you, the listener, have come away with a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation for the remarkable capabilities of the human mind. And who knows, maybe even a little spark of inspiration to discover and nurture the potential within yourself.
I know I have. And I hope you'll continue to explore this topic, seeking out those hidden gems of brilliance that make our world so fascinating. Until next time, keep those minds curious and those hearts open to the wonders that surround us.